If your hips are tight, they're achy, or they're just plain stuck, this video is for you. This is a 3-pose yoga sequence that I have for you that's going to help open up your hips. You can do this post-workout. You can do it first thing in the morning. You can do it before you go to bed at night. It's going to be great to help relieve some of the tension and stress in your hips. This is going to be 3 different poses that we're going to hold for 3 minutes each. So it's nice and long. You'll breathe into the poses. Let's get started. So you'll need a blanket or a towel rolled up. You can use that to help support your knees. And you'll need a stool or a chair and a set of yoga blocks. Okay, you can do this on your yoga mat. You can do this on your floor, whatever you would like to do. Bring your left knee down onto your mat, onto your towel. If you feel like you don't need the towel, that's fine too. Bring your right foot forward to the top of your mat. All right, toes might point straight forward. Maybe you even angle them out just a little bit. You have to find what feels good for you here. If you angle out your toes just a little bit, you're going to get a little bit of that lateral rotation in your hips to help open up that hip, okay? So when you're ready, you can press your hips forward. I'm going to start the timer here. And breathe in for the count of 4. Fill your belly, fill your ribs, fill your chest. And 4, pause. Exhale, you'll sigh it out, verbal sigh it out to the count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue that breath, breathing in for 4 and then out for 8. I want you to continue that. Breathe in through your nose and then an exhale, an audible sigh it out for the count of 8. Now you can stay right here. Toes might be pointed forward. They might be pointed off to the side. You can open up your hip, press your hips just a little bit further forward. If you feel like this is not quite enough for you, you can remove your stool, remove your chair, and you can use your blocks. Come down just a little bit closer to the earth. The blocks, the chair, that helps bring the earth up to you and where you need it for today. It could be different today. It could be different tomorrow. So you can place your hands on your blocks. You might even, if you would like, bring your palms down to your mat. And if you want just a little bit more, you might bring your forearms down to your mat. I don't have quite enough room here, but you could bring your forearms down to your mat. All right, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep breathing. 1, 2, breathe in. Now, this is great to help open up your hips. You got the lateral rotation, and then you've got that hip flexion where you're bringing your chest towards your thighs, okay? That's where you've got the hip flexion here. This is great if you are a weightlifter and you want to come a little bit deeper into your squats. This is really going to help open up your hips so that you can get a little bit deeper in your squats. The third pose that we'll do today is another great one that's going to help you with coming deeper into your squats as well. This is also really great if you're a hiker, a runner, on this side, we're opening up your left hip flexor and then your right hip extensors. All right, so we're working on both sides here. This is a full body stretch. You might be feeling this in other parts of your body. It should not be intense. Breathe in and breathe out. It shouldn't be intense. You should be able to breathe freely. You shouldn't feel like you're holding your breath or wincing your face or anything like this, okay? So we'll hold for 5. And then bring your right hip back to meet your left, and then you can set your hips back down onto your heels in a tabletop. If that is a little too intense, you can bring a block underneath your hips here as well. And that'll help with the bend in your knees, your quads, that kind of thing, okay? And then release your palms forward, come back into child's pose, and then just come forward and back. You might just hold child's pose, or maybe you come forward and back. We'll do that 3 times. All right, then I'm gonna set my block over here. And then place your right knee onto your mat, onto your towel, wherever you need the cushion. And then send your left foot forward to the top of your mat. Toes can point forward. You might start there and then you might open up a little bit more, 30 degrees, 45 degrees. Press your hips forward. I'm going to start the timer. Hands can come to your chair, to your stool. They can come to your blocks, or they can come down onto your mat. Bring your forearms down onto your mat. Find what feels good for you here. This could be different from the other side, and that's okay. Your body has different experiences on either side. It might look, I would say we might look symmetrical, but certainly have different injuries, different things going on in our bodies, different areas where we hold stress, where we hold tension. And again, as you open up your toes to more of an angle, that gives you some lateral rotation, allowing your hips to come down just a little bit deeper. That opens up your hip just a little bit more, so you come a little bit deeper. You can see Coach Cole's trying to help here. He's trying to figure out where to go. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue that breath. Let's find a spot for Cole here. With each exhale, you might come just a little bit deeper into the stretch. And you might see if you can open up your toes more to the left. Really opening up the hip flexors and the hip extensors. And then you might find if you're on the chair or on your stool, you might find you will be able to eventually come down onto your blocks. Maybe even down onto the ground. We're holding the poses here for 3 minutes. You can hold these for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. This is an active stretch. If you're a weightlifter, you might be familiar with the term time under tension. It's how we build muscle, creating time under tension. What we're doing here is we're building some mobility using time under passive tension. So we're opening up the range of motion in our hips. We're even working a little bit on our knees and ankles as well. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll hold for 10 more seconds. And release. All right, so the third pose that we will do is a yogi squat malasana, we call it. This is one that I like to do in between sets when I'm lifting weights. This is one that I, especially on leg day, it helps to open up your hips, helps to open up your knees and your ankles as well, okay? So this one, I personally need to use the towel or the blanket. If I'm at the gym, I have shoes on, so I don't necessarily need it when I'm at the gym. But when I'm doing this barefoot, I need it. And the reason for it is my calves are tight. So my heels pop up off the ground. Okay. So this is going to look different for everybody. It's going to look different for you. Don't compare yourself to me. All right. You might be able to put your heels down. Maybe not. That's okay. So bring the heels of both feet onto your towel or onto your blanket, whatever you've got here. Open up your toes out about 30, 45 degrees. Find what feels good for you here. Feet are a little bit wider than hips width distance apart. If you've got your yoga mat, your toes might be towards the outside of your mat. All right. And then take a deep inhale. And then exhale, set your hips down toward your heels. Okay. So you might stay right here. If this is a little bit too intense for you, what you can do is use your chair. Let's start the timer here. You can use the chair. Same thing, bring your feet about hips width distance apart, toes pointing out. Sit down on your chair or on your stool, okay? And then hinge forward at your hips, reaching down towards the ground. Reach down towards your mat. Maybe you bring your palms of your hands to the outside of your feet. And you might stay right here. And then you're able to then just slide off your chair, slide off your stool onto your towel onto your mat into your yogi squat. Okay. What I like to do when I'm just doing this in the gym, I bring the palms of my hands together and then use your elbows to press your knees open. That's going to give you a little bit more lateral extension or lateral rotation in your hips. Now you might feel this in your ankles here as well. We've got a little bit of dorsiflexion. Our knees are coming up over our toes. It's helping to build that ankle mobility. Maybe you've got some old ankle injuries or some current ones, and you might be feeling it right now. That's okay. Nothing should be painful, and nothing should be intense. You shouldn't be wincing or holding your breath. And maybe as you sit a little bit deeper in the pose, maybe you're able to come up on to bring your heels all the way down to the ground. You might just stay right where you are. I'm just going to stay right where I am. This feels good for me today. Okay. So while this is a hip opening sequence, we're doing a lot for the entire body. So it's wonderful about some of these yoga poses. You get 2 or 3 bang for your buck, 2 or 3 hits in one. And you might start feeling some of the little tingles in your soleus and your calf muscles. It's doing its job, doing its thing. And you might even, if you'd like, start rocking forward and back, seeing if you can come back just a little bit further onto your heels, bringing your body weight back. And then rock forward, and then see if you can come just a little bit further back. I can feel that my hips are coming down even closer to the ground now. We got 20 more seconds. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more seconds. Just about ready. Coach Cole's got a little bit of sneezes going. All right. And then you can release your bottom down. Or if you're on your chair, you can sit back up. So those are 3 yoga poses that you can do to help open up your hips. These are, again, great to do post-workout. I like to do these prior to leg day. What I do is I get on the rower or do my warm-up and then do my hip opening sequence, especially if I'm doing squats, lunges, even deadlifts. This can be great for deadlifts as well. So you can do it post-workout, pre-workout, do it before bed, do it after bed, do it once or twice a day. It's really great. It's going to help you to open up your hips. And you can measure progress just by what kind of props you're using and how much you feel like you need to bring the ground up to you. So if you like this video, you want some other hip opening sequences that I have here on my YouTube channel, I've got a playlist that's dedicated specifically to hip flexibility and mobility for those of us that are in midlife trying to, just stay active and do all the things. So check that playlist out. Again, my name is Heather. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in the next video.